Good afternoon. Welcome to day 13 of 30 of Real Estate Content. My name is John Olisa. I'm the CEO of Red Diamond Properties Limited. And today I'll be continuing in my series on property management, which I started yesterday. I talked about the duties of a property manager yesterday. And today I want to speak on how to get clients as a property manager and success tips as a property manager. The first one I want to talk about is starting with existing clients. Starting with existing clients. You're looking for people whose property to manage. Start with those whom you might have sold properties to. My second property management deal came from a person whom I sold properties to. I sold a 2-bedroom flat to him, then another one. And I said, then a third one also. And I said, why don't I help you manage it? So I'm managing 2 of those 3 units of 3-bedroom flat. So look out for people you sold property to, investors in diaspora, but especially existing clients. Start with existing clients. You know, there's a saying that what you're looking for in Sokoto is in your Shokoto. Shokoto is a Yoruba word for trouser, and Sokoto is a state. So it's a play on word. Both spellings are similar, but you're just telling what you're looking for afar off. It's close here. So start with your existing clients to help them manage their properties. The second way to get clients for property management is to position yourself as an authority. Educate the public on tenant relationship, tenant management, rent collection, screening of tenants, property maintenance, and the like. Just showing people generally that you have knowledge of tenancy is very important. When you show yourself as an authority, people are more likely to trust you. My first property management deal of 2 units of 2-bedroom in Lugbe, Abuja came from a friend of mine who knows into real estate. I show myself as somebody who has expertise in real estate, and referred me to his landlord in Jos to help him manage his 2 units of 2-bedroom here in Abuja. So when you position yourself as an authority in property management, it's an easier way for you to get clients. And the last but not the least is to work with referrals. To work with referrals. To work with referrals. It's much more important. So this is my another deal I got works that way. Works that way. So working with referrals is very important. But let me just touch a bit more on position yourself as an authority. When I was launching my book, How to Make Money in Real Estate in Nigeria, a question was asked. A person said in the audience that he had a property that he got, but the tenant gave him so much challenge when he was evicting the tenant. What should he do? And I told him that next time he should screen the property, he should screen tenants well, so as not to get troublesome tenant. Just showing myself as an authority figure did what? It made me to get that property management deal. Just to, okay, help me manage my 2 units of 4-bedroom semi-detached duplexes. So positioning yourself as an authority is very important. Then work with referrals from family and friends. Let people know what you are doing, which is closely tied to the story of the first property management deal I told you that I got. My friend, yes, I already positioned myself as an authority, but it was not based on that I could refer me to his landlord. I made all my networks know that I'm into real estate, get me something. So it's very, very important that you work with referrals from family and friends. So what are now the success tips for property managers? The first one is operate with integrity and transparency. Because the landlord will be entrusting funds with you, you need to be truthful. I remember the first property I managed in that Lugbe, there were some repairs to be made, and the landlord gave me some money, and there was some change of about 1,500 or 5,000. And the landlord was pleasantly surprised when I returned change to him. I guess he has not seen such before. But integrity and transparency is very good. It will take you further than you could ever expect. So it's important to work with integrity and transparency. Second tip for success is have a reliable vendor network of players in the real estate industry in relation to the property you're managing. So you want to have relationship with plumbers, with electricians, with people whose duties relate to the property, so that if there is any need, you can easily reach out to them. With artisans, it's very important. And tied closely to that one is respond quickly to maintenance issues. It's very important for three reasons. One, it helps to keep the property in a good shape. Two, it helps to prevent bigger repairs. And three, it protects the property value. Just yesterday, the 4-bedroom semi-detached duplex I manage in Dawaki, one of the tenants reached out to me that there were some issues. There was some soaking of the wall and they can't see the leakage. So it's obviously a pipe that has been put inside the building, the wall, that is causing that. And she reached out to me yesterday. Instantly, I escalated the issue to the landlord. So it really helps. Sorry, a call came in, so it affected it. So it really helps. You don't want things to happen terribly to the property before you now inform the tenant. I remember the property I currently stay in, the property manager did not do well. There was an issue with the soakaway that broke and he did not attend to it. Weeks I called him out, I reached out to him, do it. He didn't do it. Until I now had to personally reach out to the landlady. And he was now upset that I did that. I told him, sir, you didn't do your work. If you did your work, I won't have had to cut you out and reach out to the landlady. And he now had to do with more repairs because rain was falling in. So more repairs had to be done. So you want to promptly attend to maintenance issues as a property manager. Maintenance issues, respond quickly so as to keep the tenant happy, because what this property manager did in this instance for my property did not make me happy. And today we are not so close. He did not do his work as at when due. It helps to prevent bigger repairs, and it also protects the property value. So the property manager attend to maintenance issues promptly. Don't let things go out of hand before you attend. And the third thing you want to do is periodically inspect the property. Property manager, it's not just when it's time for you to collect rent that you now come to the property. No. Or you reach out to the tenant. No. Go to the property, see how it is, to check out for wear and tear, to check the state of the property. Not only when it's time for rent. So periodically visit the property. The one I manage in Dawaki, I go there from time to time. Just last month I was there. Even though, yes, I went to give gifts to the tenants, right? But I asked them, is there any issue? Just to know, so that I can escalate to the landlord. Prevention is better than cure. And the last but not the least is this: expand your real estate knowledge. As a property manager, you should be aware of the legal aspect, the regulatory aspect, landlord, tenancy laws, and the like. So you want to always increase your knowledge of the real estate sector so that you are always on point. There's still much more I can discuss with you, but I want to stop here for today on property management. By God's grace, tomorrow I will continue, and you can also see this video on my YouTube channel. Remember, as a company, Red Diamond Properties Limited, we are a property management company. We can help you manage any property you have here in Abuja. We are also a real estate development company. We launched our first estate in Kuchiyako Extension, Kuje, with 200 square meters going for 1.5 million. You can build a 3-bedroom terrace duplex with 300 square meters going for 2.2 million. You can build a 4-bedroom semi-detached duplex with 400 square meters going for 3 million. You can build a 5-bedroom fully detached duplex, while with 1,000 square meters going for 7 million. You can build 6-unit block of flats consisting of 1, 2, 3 bedroom, 2 units each. And you can contact me on +234 813 799 0792, +234 813 799 0792. You can also reach out to us at reddiamondproperties10@gmail.com. reddiamondproperties10@gmail.com. By God's grace, tomorrow we'll continue with day 14 of real estate content. And if you could not get today's live, you can get it on my YouTube channel, John Olisa. Remember, the first rule of investment is this: before you invest in anything, invest first in acquiring knowledge about that thing or investment. And what I'm doing is giving you free value on real estate in Nigeria. So the best thing you can do is just to watch it and learn. Thank you so very much for joining me today. Have a wonderful day and bye.